This video was made possible by the EA Creator Network. Hey, thanks for slithering in. I am Symtherin. Welcome back to my channel and to another speed build in The Sims 4. Today we are building here in San Sequoia. This is the world that came with the Growing Together expansion pack. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I feel like it's been a minute since I've been here, so I felt like I had to share that bit. We are also building on this weird lot that I never ever knew what to do with, so I finally had a perfect excuse to go ahead and build here. Today we are building a bistro cafe, and this challenge is actually brought to you by Life of Sims over on Twitter or X, whichever you want to call it. Life of Sims reached out to me and asked me to participate in this build challenge along with a few other simmers, so make sure you guys go and check all of that out. There were a few different prompts we could choose from, but it all centered around being like a coffee shop. So we had a cat cafe, internet cafe, and a bistro cafe. I chose bistro cafe because when I was looking on Pinterest, as I do, I saw a lot of these like trendy cafe spaces with a lot of outdoor seating, but also kind of indoor outdoor seating, if that makes sense. But also, I had recently went to a cafe with my mom, and it was pretty kind of similar, but maybe a little more modern than this. So I guess I was a little inspired by real life and Pinterest, if that makes any sense. I guess it does. But we are just building the shape out a little bit. It's definitely a weird lot here. I've seen people do like parks and things, which I think this is a good place for a park, but I thought this was a cute place for a little cafe too. We even include a parking lot, which we're going to work on right here. And I thought this was smart because only one side of the lot, at least outside of the like building border, has that little dip for like a driveway kind of thing, if that makes sense. But I thought because of the way the street kind of wraps around this lot, it'd be cool to kind of pretend and have like a entrance and exit on both sides of the lot. So that's what we are working on here, and I even put these little arrows because I am a dweeb like that, or I don't know, it's a little nice extra detail. So we end up cluttering it up with a couple more parked cars, but right now we're going to add some more details to the exterior. We definitely lean into some bright colors, some blues, especially blues and yellows. And I don't know, overall it was definitely very fun. I don't typically do community lot builds like this, so it's always good to kind of get out of that comfort zone, especially when you're trying to get back into the habit of building, because you guys may have noticed it's been a minute since my last video, and let's just say life got busy. I won't bore you with the details, but we are working on getting back on track, and life is going to continue to be busy, and we're just gonna have to work with it. We're gonna figure it out. But I wanted to make sure there was lots of greenery, so we are adding some of this ivy. We do end up putting some seating out front here as well. Lots of brick and stone. I really like the use of this red roof, not woof. I'm not a dog. Anyway, the roof texture here, I really like that. I also got to use this tile. This one is from the Greenhouse Haven kit that we got a while back, and it's super gorgeous, but I never really have a good excuse to use it. I mean, I could just build more greenhouses, but I don't do that as often as I probably think I would like to. But I thought it was really perfect for this space, and especially the outdoor seating, and kind of separate it from the interior. I don't know. It was super fun. I also forgot to add space for a bathroom on the interior, so to make my life so much easier, I just pulled out this bathroom item that you can get from the menu. I think this one is specifically from the Growing Together kit. I mean, expansion pack, Oh, there's so many kits, aren't there? Speaking of that, we are actually getting some new kits. I believe it might be out by the time you see this video, or like just out. Unless I decide to post this right before. So it's either coming out soon or it's already out. So that is the Party Essentials kit and the Urban Homage kit. The Party Essentials one is a build kit, and the Urban Homage kit is a Create a Sim one. So that is pretty exciting. This is the first of like the spring Q2, I guess, roadmap for The Sims, even though I don't remember seeing an actual roadmap. I could be wrong. I've been living under a rock, so I'm just barely crawling out from under there. Pretty much just as these kits were announced, so I haven't really had the time to gather too much of an opinion on those yet, but definitely look out for some videos and things of that nature because I'm excited to delve into them a little bit. Now we are finishing up the landscaping. I think most of the exterior building details are in place. I'm definitely pulling out some debug items for the landscaping to match the world. I found like plates in here and I put them on one of the tables. I don't know if they stay because I know sometimes debug items like that or live edit object items, if you like put the build into your game or load into it later in live mode, those items just disappear. But I thought it was kind of a cute little detail. I did play with putting more seating here. I think I end up putting like a cats and dogs signage that the stickers I end up putting disappeared. Those definitely went away, which I was mad at. So you're not going to see that in the tour. And then I put a bench. Just some little seating for in between your cafe coffee needs. Here is exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe the wall decal or sticker didn't stay because I did use tool mod to kind of place it and size it up a little bit. So that could be why it just didn't stay. But I also did not go in to fix it because if it's just gonna disappear for you guys, if you put this up in your game, then I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. Speaking of which, you can get this build off the gallery. My gallery ID is Symtherin. It is technically play tested, at least most of it is. I didn't like actually go in and like test every little chair or anything, but we did have Sims walking around here when I was doing the tour and all that good stuff. So the main things definitely work, like the bar cafe on the interior, and the swings work. I saw a werewolf swing in there. That's funny. I don't know why every time I do a community build, and then, I mean, I guess it probably happens to everyone since we got the werewolves pack, but werewolves like to show up in my community builds often. Pretty funny to think about it that way. But I guess it's like vampires and stuff. But here is a little bike rack. I thought that was very important because I think we do get like more bikes in Growing Together. Duh, we do, because we get the ability for kids to now ride bikes. So I thought that was very important. Definitely have different modes of transportation to get to this cafe and enjoy it. Now we are working on the indoor-outdoor seating patio, which I think is pretty much the big eye catcher of this build. It's very pretty, very green. Right now we're arranging the tables and getting some wall decor, but there's not too much decor either. It's like the perfect amount of decor. It's not like a tavern or those kinds of restaurants that just have every inch of the wall covered, which I absolutely love those, but it's got just enough to draw the eye. Here was the fun part. I wanted these string lights everywhere, literally, so that you just have like a ceiling of string lights. And I tried to get it to where it makes sense where they're hooked up on like the trellis that I created, but there are some that probably aren't going to look that way, but it's okay. We can pretend we're imaginative. But we are just doing that now, and I'm trying to put them every which way. It's like a chaos of lights here. So I imagine at night this looks very pretty and maybe a little romantic for, you know, your Sims that maybe want to go to a little cafe date, a little coffee date. I thought it was cute. I think I even put some greenery up there. I might not. I actually cannot remember at the time. It's been a while since I finished this this build, if you can't tell. I actually have, like, including this build, 2 videos that are ready for voiceover that I just haven't had time to actually sit down and record it. So I'm hoping to knock them out today too. Fingers crossed. Wish me good luck. But I don't put like bushes and stuff on top of the trellis. Instead, I'm using these goddess hanging plants from the Blooming Rooms kit, and I put ceiling fans here because if it's hot, you're gonna want some kind of air circulation. I also put some of those heating things. I forget what pack those are from. I don't know, some menus. But so when it's cold, your Sims can have a little form of heat as well. Basically like any cafe, I think would. But now we are moving on to the interior. This main space here is where your cafe bistro counter is, where your Sim can come up, get your coffee, get your sweets, all the good stuff. It's actually a pretty big space for the employees to work in. Except I guess anyone could technically come back here because I did put a fence and I tried to lock it, but I think because I don't own the place, I couldn't lock it, if that makes sense. So if you have a Sim and you want to run this, you can definitely do that. Or you can replace it with, I think there's a door in Get to Work or maybe even Dine Out where it's like employees only technically. So there's that. It might be a bit of an eyesore maybe unless you put another wall there, but there's possibilities. You can work around it. This is just what I did for the aesthetics. I definitely put a dishwasher here. I wanted to make it look like, you know, there's definitely a place for your Sims who are working here to clean up all the dishes that customers make. I added all of these little coffee bags so that your Sims visiting can kind of pretend to like buy coffee beans from this place because maybe they make their own special coffee beans. Thought that was super cute. I also end up trying to make like a little tray with coffee cups of different sizes, if you know what I mean. I used a tool mod for that. We're probably going to do that soon. Right now I'm trying to make a display for like small, medium, large so that you have like a reference of what size is what. I don't know, I thought that was cute. But unfortunately, those cups are definitely ones that disappear. So all of this work here done in vain, but because I did it, I wanted to show you guys because I was really proud of this idea. If there are any cups that you guys know of in the debug menu that don't disappear like this, let me know, because maybe I can go back in and make it again someday. But see, how cute is that? Like, because if you're at Starbucks, right, or any other coffee place, there's usually, they have a tray organizer of the cups that they grab so that they can make your drinks. It just makes sense. I wish we had that clutter item. That would be so cool. But of course, we're also adding some napkins and like little plastic forks and things that they can give with the pastries that Sims get. I think in this space too, I do add a few tables, maybe a couple of tables, so that there is some indoor seating in here as well. So lots of space really for Sims to sit down. There's not really any like activity. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wish I put like a piano somewhere, but I didn't. So that could be something that if you wanted to customize this build to your needs, you can definitely get rid of some of the tables and maybe stick a piano somewhere. Yay. Yeah, we are just finishing up here, getting some lighting. We got these, I forget which pack they're from, but I love the greenery on top of them, and I definitely wanted to make sure that continues. I love this fence from, is it Get Famous? It's either Get Famous or it might even be Dine Out, but they're just like your little stanchions, your ropes and stuff for any place you go where you have to line up. And I thought it was fun to include that little detail to kind of keep things a little organized. Will it stay organized and will there still be chaos because it's a community lot? Yes, of course. It's The Sims here. I don't know what you guys expect. Because it was pretty chaotic with Sims trying to order. But it worked eventually. Who else thinks Dine Out needs a revamp? Because I think the last time I tried to do that in gameplay, which probably was forever ago, it took hours, literally maybe the whole night for my Sims to like have a full meal and all that stuff. Like cute interactions, but it just takes so long for things to happen there. Oh well. Anyway, this second indoor space is a bar. I wanted to have something a little different and maybe a little more adult for like your nighttime cafe bistro vibes. Maybe like espresso martinis or I don't know, any kind of martini and whatever floats your boat. But I thought this was cute and it does work. If you use it, you will have to just hire out a bartender because the barista comes on their own, but the bartender you will have to hire. So you will have to spend your hard-earned simoleons. I'm sorry. Anyway, we are just going to finish up cluttering this space up, decorating it a little bit, and making sure we get some seating in here. But that is a wrap on this build. Make sure you go check out Life of Sims and all the other builders who participated in this coffee build challenge. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Talk to you soon. Bye!